Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my persuasive speech slash, PowerPoint presentation on why vaccinations should be mandatory by myself, Jake Garman. Now, vaccinations are a really huge topic. They're heavily debated. Even before the times of COVID, some people debated it, but it has never been any more debated than when COVID came in. And this is my reasonings on why vaccinations should be mandatory. Now, before we talk about why they should be mandatory, what is a vaccination? Well, the vaccination is a dose to help fight off, anything that you may be dealing with, whether it's a flu, whether it's, COVID itself, whether it's pneumonia, whether it's, any kind of, illness or anything that's been bothering your body, something that you just want to help, have you fight it off and to help you avoid getting it in the future, even if you're not completely immune to it. It typically contains an agent and resembles a disease causing microorganisms, and weakened. It's made to, weaken and, break any of the small things that are about to turn into big things inside your body. It's about to make it go away. It'll prevent you from being sick and you won't even know it. And or even if you do have it, it will help fight it off big time. Now, the ingredients are made from, water. Active are mainly made from water along with chemicals. But moving on to how many vaccinations out there's like many vaccinations out there. There's not really a count. But from what I saw from the COVID-19 vaccinations, in the United States overall, there are over 591 million vaccines given out in the United States. 222 million are fully vaccinated, covering 67.3% of the world being fully vaccinated. However, when it comes to these three statistics, California happens to lead in all three of them with, 77.3 million vaccines given out and 28.7 million fully vaccinated, with the population being 73.1%. Once again, it was the highest rated out of all the states in the country. And it seems like California, as you could say, probably takes this the most serious. Now, what kind of vaccinations are out there? Now, like I said in the beginning, there are many vaccinations to count, those being the COVID-19 vaccines, the flu shots, ABA, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, MMR, typhoid, and rabies, all can be which are all very serious conditions. Some could even go as far as to maybe killing you if you're not, careful in time or don't take the right medicines in time. That being COVID, and rabies. Well, rabies from back then, I think you can fight off rabies a lot more now than you could back then, because if you had gotten rabies from back then, you were pretty much gone. COVID-19, that it will, ever since the COVID-19 vaccines came out, it helped the United States of America, be in a better place than it was when it first started, because we were exposed to it. We had no vaccines to help fight it off. You were either going to make it or you weren't. It all depended. Now, should vaccines be mandatory? Well, I already said they should. And I believe they should be mandatory because, well, they help save a lot of lives. They prevent over 2 to 3 million deaths a year, which is, impressive enough. And they outweigh the ones that die even when vaccinated. Yeah, some people die, even though people are vaccinated, some die anyway. But 2 to 3 million, but the vaccines overall have prevented 2 to 3 million deaths a year, though. And just because nobody says the vaccinations are going to keep you immune, it will help you fight off the symptoms. It just really depends on how bad you've suffered before and how much of a vaccine dose that you have. In the end, they still save more lives than, causing people to die, whether you like the vaccines or not. Now, how effective are these vaccines? Well, a recent study from the UK found that the vaccines led to significantly lower risk of long COVID compared with those who are unvaccinated. Now, if you got the COVID, shot like I did, I'm fully vaccinated personally, it's going to prevent you from not getting any long-term, problems with it, with the, disease. It's not gonna, it's gonna, keep you from having any long-term effects, but still close to 10%. The fully vaccinated participants showed symptoms of long COVID 3 months later. This can be said about any other vaccine as well, not just COVID, but with the flu shot, uh, MMR, hepatitis, anything. Now, the benefits of a vaccine, ever since their creations, vaccines have saved countless of lives all over the world. Once again, 2 to 3 million deaths prevented. Still, people in many countries suffer diseases that could be prevented by vaccination. We looked at 98 countries where a lot of people are infected with such diseases. We wanted to measure the benefits of vaccinations for them, and at this rate, they found they have saved 37 lives between 2000 and 2019, and it is projecting that it will save 32 million more by 2030. That's another big, that's huge. Now, why should you consider getting vaccinated? Well, many viruses are constantly changing. Even though you're vaccinated of any kind, the illness could take a step up a bit that the vaccine might not be able to know how to handle. These changes over time can lead to the emergence of variants that may have new characteristics, stuff that the vaccine has never experienced before. The vaccine will protect you from having to go to the hospital. It will protect you from suffering much worse than you really need to. And with that being said, this is all my works cited. Vaccinations can help not only save your life, but other people's lives around them. You should highly consider getting vaccinated if you want to, see yourself living a bit longer. And yeah, thank you all for watching.